Imagine this. You're surrounded by your friends and family who are mourning a deep loss. There is heavy, and hope seems distant. But then, in the middle of the sorrow, someone steps forward, not to downplay the pain, but to remind you that even in the darkest moments, hope is there waiting to shine through. For Mary and Martha, this was a reality. In John 11, Lazarus, the brother of Mary and Martha, fell ill. His sisters send for Jesus, but Jesus doesn't go immediately. After 2 days, Jesus, when being questioned by his disciples, says to them, Lazarus has died, and for your sake, I am glad that I was not there, so that you may believe. Now, when he arrives, Lazarus has been dead for 4 days at this point. Martha meets Jesus, frustrated, saying, if you had been there, my brother Lazarus, he would still be alive. But Jesus replies, saying, I am the resurrection and I am the life. Though he may have died, he lives through me. And anyone who lives through me shall never die. Jesus then asks Martha if she believes this statement. Martha then professes her faith, but doesn't truly grasp what Jesus is about to do. Then Mary arrives and falls at Jesus' feet, weeping. And Jesus, moved by her sorrow, starts to weep with her. Jesus then orders the stone to be rolled away from the tomb, despite Martha's objection because of the smell. He then orders Lazarus to come forward. And to everyone's astonishment, he does. He comes out alive. Now, this story highlights how Jesus restores us in every season of our lives, whether it's in times of loss or in times of doubt. Jesus is there and is the source of our restoration. Loss can be one of the most painful experiences that we have to deal with in our day-to-day lives. And when we're grieving, it can feel as if nothing is ever going to be the same. Yet in the midst of our deepest grief, Jesus is there. When we experience loss, grief can overwhelm us. But Jesus steps into our sorrow and offers us hope and restoration. He reminds us that death, missed opportunities, and even broken relationships are not the end of the story, but merely just a new chapter. In our darkest moments, he is present. He is there to bring forth new life and joy. In 2022, the community of Oxford, Michigan was facing immense grief after a school shooting. The loss was deep, but the community came together to heal. The seemingly broken community was restored even better than it was before. Similarly, Jesus enters our pain, offering us hope and restoration. If you're in a season of loss, invite Jesus into your life. Trust that he can bring comfort and renewal, just as he did for Mary and Martha. But grief isn't the only challenge that we face in our day-to-day lives. There are times when deep creeps in, times when the pain of life causes us to question everything that we thought we knew about God. Doubt creeps in, especially when life's challenges seem insurmountable. Jesus doesn't turn away from our doubts in these times. He invites us to seek him and reassures us of his presence. The author, J.K. Rowling, faced deep doubt after her mother's death and having to face with severe financial struggles. Despite repeated rejections, she persevered and eventually found success. In the same way, Jesus meets us in our doubts, offering strength for us to carry on. When you doubt, bring your questions to Jesus. He will restore your faith, just as he reassured Martha and his disciples. Like Lazarus, we can experience new life through him. No matter what we face, as you walk through life, remember that Jesus doesn't leave us in our sorrow or uncertainty. He steps in, offering hope, renewal, and joy. Let's lean into his presence, trusting that he is always ready to restore us.